You Incorporated. I am Me Incorporated. Let's see, lost access if it do. Okay, reconnect my destination. So I'm running a streaming video as well at the same time. And let's see, looks like it's coming back. I'm going to adjust my cameras here so it's not too high. Let's see, hopefully everyone can hear me in there. And I'm just going to move my laptop over here for a second. And Sergio's on stage. If you have any questions, please come up. It's 12:01. My name is Sam Silver. I'm with eXp Realty, one of the easy for me to say, fastest growing real estate companies in the world. We're in 18 countries and 6 continents. Our goal in the next 5 years is 500,000 agents. 500,000 agents. And we're at about 70,000, close to 70,000. And after this EXPCon, we're going to be booming, booming, booming. I can't wait to see in 5 years, 500,000 agents. I can't wait to see that. Let's see. Let's invite people, ping some people in the room, and have them come in and share where they're at. And if they are big into the branding, let's hear what they do for branding themselves. I'll start with that. I brand myself through helping a niche market. I give back 20% of my gross back to police, fire, nurses, teachers, nonprofits, government agencies. And I do this because first of all, I was military. Second of all, my 16-year-old twins, were 211 and 215 when they were born in the NICU in the hospital. And I can never, never thank those incredible heroes in the hospital enough for what they've done for me and my family. Now they're 16 years old and growing and sassy as all get out. And, it's all about giving back and doing what you need to do for your community. So, Sergio, I'm gonna start inviting some people up if they don't raise hands. You're more than welcome to stay down there, but it when we have a conversation going on with all of us, it's always better. Give me 1 second. I need to go get my tablet so we could also do this on Instagram. So give me 1 second. Sergio, I want you to speak a little bit we'll reset the room. I'll be right back in a quick second. Can you speak for a little bit while I go get my tablet? Thank you, brother. First, I would say, is it Wayne? Wayne? Wayne. Um, First, I would say you need to plug in to EXP Workplace. Have you been in Workplace yet? Plug in there. And I would also say this morning we had EXP. Um, it's called Fast Start 101. Fast Start 101. And that's the start of getting your feet wet and understanding how the systems work. Look for the Fast Start series if you go to expcloud.com, expcloud.com. Those are your classes. Now go through the classes, make sure you start Fast Start 101 and just go down the line. It goes Fast Start 101 to I think Fast Start 114 or 116. Um, we're always adding more classes. You can come into, I started a Facebook group called Newly Licensed Now What? And this stream and this video and this clubhouse, I'm going to put that all on my Newly Licensed Now What uh, club or my Facebook group. I'm doing 5 things at once, so bear with me. I got to enable my camera and I got to enable my mic. And then I'm live over here on Instagram as well. So I am multitasking. I love helping new agents to get their feet wet. Have you gone through your phone and started to uh, separate your contacts, your sphere of influence? Have you had a chance of doing that yet? Okay, let's do that. Let's start with your phone. Do you have an Apple phone or do you have an Android? Apple. Okay, so go to your contacts and scroll all the way down to the bottom. And it's going to tell you how many contacts you have on your phone. What does it say down there? So you got a lot of contacts in your phone because it's taking you a while to get down to the bottom. Sergio, how many contacts do you have on your phone? Wow, that's a good amount. That's a decent amount of contacts, and it's also at the same time, it's a you still could weed through that and probably narrow that down more. But those are contacts. Those are that's your network. That's a start of a network. You also have a network on LinkedIn. You have a network on Facebook. You have a network on Google. I mean, we have these huge databases, but we don't realize that we have them until someone says, "Well, look at your phone. How many people you got in there?" And then if you did that, then you really realize, wow, I got a lot of contacts. I better get going and start contacting these people. Oh, we lost Wayne. Let's see. Let's see. I want to invite Chuck. Let's see if Chuck is available to talk. He's probably driving. Give me a second here. Wow. That's a lot of contacts, Chuck. Chuck's got 26,000 or 2,646 contacts in his phone. Wow. That's a lot, Chuck, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But that's a good thing. That's a different sphere of influence to go to. That's your possible revenue share collection right there. So that's good to have those contacts in there. So anyone in this room doesn't understand EXP pays or basically gives back to the agents 50% a company dollar for helping to grow the business, to grow the company. So it's called revenue share. So Chuck's got a lot of people, a lot of agents in his phone. So on what my coach would say on Friday, Chuck, go through that list and take 3 hours on Friday and start contacting some of those agents that don't understand what EXP is about and how powerful our company is going to be when we, in 5 years, the goal is 500,000 people, Chuck. 5 years goal is 500,000. So, and you know what? In 5 years, I believe we're going to achieve it. I really do because we're just growing leaps and bounds, and it's amazing out there. Um, I'm sorry you weren't at EXPCon. However, I know you've been to a lot of things. You've been to a lot of meetings and stuff like that. So, you got to pick and choose them. You still have to work. Still got to pay the bills. Oh, there you go. You got anything you want to share about branding? You're pretty good at branding. You got the car thing going on. I mean, you've been a broker. You've been around a long time. Got lots of connections. What do you say about branding? The bald guy with the red tie. I like the guy. He's awesome. He's awesome. But you know him um, for what he wears. He's a bald guy and he's got a red tie. So he's got that whole thing going on, and he's got little stuffed animals he gives away. And yeah, he's definitely all in the branding. My branding is I love my heroes. I get back to heroes in the community. I wrap my car, so I got my daughter calls it my hero mobile. And I also added, I got this little digital mask that I'm using now because I might as well be safe and advertise. So I could do two things at once. And that's what I was doing at EXPCon. I was attracting agents similar to me because they saw my mask and they came up to me and started asking me questions. So So the next EXPCon, when I go there, they're gonna be, oh yeah, I know you. I remember you. You had all that glowing stuff on. I remember you. Whether they think I'm crazy or not, I made an impression. Oh, thank you, Chuck. I appreciate that, man. Oi. Oh no. Exactly. And there's good branding and there's negative branding. And there are people, and I don't like to throw names out, but there are people that use their, we'll say their assets to market their real estate business. And I mean, to each your own. However, when you take a look at this real estate business, you're in the public eye and you're helping families. You're helping people with their kids and their dogs, and that's not the type of reputation you want in this real estate business, because that reputation will only go so long, and then people will be like, you know what, well, what are they selling? And then something could happen to those folks, um, because of their perceived uh, appearance and what they're trying to put out there into the world. I think you might have gone in the. I think you might have got caught in the matrix, Chuck. Yeah, I think you might have got in that bad area. So I'll go back to what Chuck was saying. You know, are you trying to be a shock jock? Oh, there you are. Now I hear you. Are you trying to be a shock jock? Or you, okay? All right, no problem, Chuck. Talk to you soon, buddy. So what Chuck was saying, are you trying to be shock jock? Are you trying to? What kind of branding are you putting out there? You know, we got these incredible people that come in these rooms every day, and I am so blessed to have you all in here. I see quite a few people that have been in these rooms every time I put these up. So I am just so thankful for all of you, because without you, these rooms wouldn't be going. I'd be talking to myself on my my streaming, and it'd be like, "Wow, that crazy realtor, he just talks to himself all the time." But I could also I could talk a lot about my experience on EXP Con and the incredible knowledge that we were getting from people like we had Venus Williams got up on stage and was talking about kind of her brand and how she doesn't give up and how she works hard. And we had Uncle G, we had Grant Cardone on stage, and he was talking about his stuff. And I mean, we had some such incredible speakers. Mario Lopez, I don't know if you know Mario Lopez. He does a lot for the Hispanic community, and he came from a very humble beginning, and it was really really cool to hear what he had to say. Hey, Onaje, hey buddy, how are you doing, brother? So Onaje, this guy's amazing and his wife's amazing. So I'm gonna invite him to speak if he's got some time about branding. And Onaje, thank you for coming to my room, buddy. Absolutely. And Onaje's wife has a book that is out there. So I'm gonna give your wife a plug, because I think the way I feel is you guys are changing the community and educating people and making sure that you protect all the minorities and help them to understand what's going on in society and to make it better. So, Onaji, talk about your wife's book. I love what she does, and the fact that she did this for kids. and I felt honored. I got to meet you, and I got to meet your wife, and I got to meet Jay, and I got to meet all of you incredible people on Clubhouse at ADU America, and that was so much fun. I had such a good time to meet everyone and in real life. And it's really cool if you get a chance to meet people in real life. Take that chance. Just of course protect like whatever the state rules are. Make sure you do that because I was up in Vegas and I had my mask on everywhere. I protected myself. I'm back home. I'm safe. So I must have done something right. And there was a lot of people that didn't have masks on. And my place is not to judge anyone. My place is just to protect me and my family, and that's it. So you know that's what you do, right? We got let's see, Terrence. Invite Terrence to speak. Richard. Anybody else want to speak about branding or anything about newly licensed? My rooms are newly licensed. Now what? Newly licensed. Now what? What's next? You get your license. You blood, sweat, and tears to pass your test. Then you got to figure out which brokerage you're going to go to. If you have any questions about brokerages, I've been with small brokerages, I've been with big brokerages, I've been around the block and I've tried different brokerages, so I could tell you, why I'm with EXP and educate you on that. However, I didn't create this room to be a broker specific room. But if you have any questions, you can always hit me on the back channel, and I'd love to help anything. I've been with HomeSmart. I've been with Keller Williams. I'm with EXP. I've been with a company called realestate.com, which they bought that domain name. I think Coldwell Banker bought that domain name, but realestate.com was a online, similar to what we're doing with EXP. I've been with Zip Realty. So I've been around the block and I've tried different places, and you have to sometimes do that when you're seeing what other people are doing and doing the research. So I have a lot of information. If you want to back channel me, I'd be happy to help you. You know, Please ping your friends in this room. If they're newly licensed and they don't know what to do next, let's help them. We got some lots of knowledge in this room, and I'm gonna take a second and see if I can ping. Oh, I'm out of ping. So everyone down there, try to ping some people for me. Let's get some people in here and let's see if we can help somebody with either newly licensed or if they're taking their test, getting ready to take their test. Let's find out where they're at in their business and see what we could do to help them out. I got people. How's everyone doing in Instagram world? I see you over there. I'm not ignoring you. Let's see who's in Instagram world. Up, someone up. Chuck's coming back up. Come on up, Chuck. I can hear you, kind of. Now I can hear you. What's up, bud? I got you. I got you. Got you. So you've been in business a long time, Chuck. You've seen different things and different brandings, and we're talking about good branding, bad branding. Why, as a new agent, why do I need to brand myself? Yep. Yep. Steve's awesome too. He's a great gives back in the community and he supports the military. Yeah, he's an awesome guy too. Hey, shots fired! Shots fired! Pew 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 pew. The cooking realtor. Absolutely, I agree. And it's kind of interesting because some of the people that I met at EXPCon, um, I met a Greg Chin, and Greg Chin is an unbelievable social media master. If you've never met this gentleman, look him up. Give him a follow. Let me look him up on LinkedIn or on Instagram. Greg Chin. Um, you have to watch his stuff because he is just unbelievable. And when you see his videos, he's branded himself by almost like not branding himself. What he does is his videos are all about community. All about community. You go to Vegas and I know that if I need an agent in Vegas, I'm gonna go see Greg. I'm gonna go see Greg because first of all, I spent some time with him and I got to pick his brain a little bit. He's got 14,500 followers. 14,500. Greg dot Las Vegas, and he's just amazing. 136,000 TikTok. Um, he builds agents on social media, and he's with EXP now. So we have another individual that is a social media master, if you will. And we also, I'm trying to think who else we have out there. Oh, the Cowboy Realtor. If you've never seen the Cowboy Realtor, you have to see what Sean Cochran does with social media. So this is all about newly licensed. Now what? Now they say he does. It's the Cowboy underscore Realtor, and he's got his TikTok. He's got a lot of followers on TikTok, lots of followers, and he's just an amazing individual. And I got a chance to pick his brain a little bit too. So these are people that you want to look at when you first start. You want to find people that you can innovate. You want to imitate. You want to make it your own, but you want to kind of take the ideas that they have out there that are working and use it in your advantage. Use it for your area and your expertise. Anthony, thank you for coming up. What's going on, buddy? We got you. Congratulations, Anthony. Woo woo! Next step. Next step. I can't wait to congratulate you on getting your real estate license. make sure when you go to take that test, you skip the first 7 questions. First 7 questions because they want to trip you up in the beginning. They want to frustrate you in the beginning. And I'm not sure if it comes across the board into other states, but I've seen California do it. So, you know, Chuck can chime in on that one. Great guy. And guess where he came? Guess where he is now? EXP, baby! Woo! Woo! Yeah, Jason's a great guy. Um, I don't put anything, no negative. He is a great guy. He trained KW. He came down here, trained KW, and just the quality people we have, and it's amazing. And branding. Hey, Anna, spot talk about branding. Oh my God. Go ahead, Anthony. Well, the area you're in, business address is usually in California. We have a corporate address we have to use at EXP. Um, it doesn't mean that you can't sell anywhere in your state, wherever you're licensed, you could sell. Um, it it's that's where my wife was from, Anna. That's where my wife is from, Canarsie. My wife's from Canarsie. It is amazing, small world. She hasn't been there since she was like 8 years old, but we took a trip back east in for a wedding in over by Princeton. No, no, it was actually a Jewish wedding in a temple, a huge temple. I couldn't believe how big that place was. Absolutely, absolutely. And I put no problem. I actually put your thing back on the top. You wanted to get your word out about your charity, and I wanted to put that up on top to talk about it and how you're helping these people. And I appreciate you. Absolutely. This business, we talk about branding. This business is the type of business that you can change lives. I'm not talking about change lives, like buying a house, selling a house. Those things are very important. However, changing lives comes in many, many forms. And when it comes to philanthropy and things that we could do to touch people's hearts, touch people's souls, and make sure that people aren't sleeping on the street. Me and my wife and my kids did Family Promise before in my temple. And the people that would come were single moms that were trying to get on their feet, were working on getting on their feet and working on getting jobs. And we would sleep overnight at the temple and be there as the host. And there's some churches and temples that all it's called Family Promise. So when I heard about Covenant House, I said, "Wow, we've been doing something similar in Santa Clarita with Family Promise." And anytime anyone tells me about something that they're doing to help others and to make a difference, this all comes back to you tenfold. This all, the more you give, the more you give, the more you get in the long run. You may not see it now, but I seriously believe that God takes care of those that take care of others. And talk about branding. Brand yourself as a caring person. Brand yourself as a loving person. Brand yourself as different from those who are out there that have commission breath. Brand yourself different. Lead with an open hand and give. Go to Anna's 10K card, please. If you have the resources, if you don't, we understand. But if you have the resources and, you know, those people, anybody to get off the street, my heart goes out to the veterans out there. And unfortunately, we at the VA, uh, our, our idea of getting our veterans off the street was to get them inside the VA gates. And I have a serious problem with that. However, it's a start on getting them off the street. So this Covenant House, it's there to make sure that we're making a difference in our community. And Anna's out there making sure that she makes a difference in people's lives, both in her business as well as in being part of the Covenant House. And I'm doing this on my Instagram. So if you're on my Instagram and you feel that you need to get, you feel that you're willing to give what you have or what you're able to, go to anna10k.com.
right? And so my average price point is 500,000. And she was on the board for the CTC Communities That Care, which is another fundraiser we did. And I didn't even remember her, but she came to, we threw a casino night party for that at the Downingtown Country Club, and she happened to be one of the board members and reached out to me when she was ready to buy and sell real estate, right? So it's just the connections that you make. If you're trying to figure out where the hell do I get leads, where did everyone get leads from? I'm telling you, it is an untapped resource and just way of being. If you consider yourself the person who's more of the community reach, the business just shows up. I promise you. And I will say this last thing, Sam. This is my 9th year in real estate. I have not lead generated solidly for the last 3 years. And thought everyone was Amish, and they're not. That's in Lancaster County, not over here in Chester County, apparently. But the point is that how does one do that in a short amount of time? By doing for others. So what Sam is saying here, he's not necessarily preaching. It might sound that way, but he's saying it from experience, understanding that his good nature, his servant soul, actually rewarded him in many ways as well.
Absolutely. And I have a daughter that has autism, and I donate a lot to special needs, Special Olympics, and I donate time and I donate money, and we donate food when they have events, and it it really it separates you from other people out there. You know, there's people out there that have commission breath, and they go into these listings or buyers, and they need that money. And yeah, it's okay to have money. However, money won't fulfill you. You know, new agents, money will not fulfill you. What will fulfill you is a greater cause. You know, if you come into this business and you think, well, I want to make $1 million, yeah, you can make that $1 million. However, if you focus on doing something you love, helping people you love, taking care of people, it will come to you. The money will come to you. And, you know, we've been very fortunate. Me and my wife have been very fortunate. You know, since 2004, we've always been taken care of. Things always fall in our laps from nowhere. I just, you know, I don't know sometimes where it comes from. However, it will come to you. If you take care of enough people and you love on enough people and you show the community that, like, we have this newly licensed now what, this video is on my newly licensed now what webpage, and it's going to sit there in perpetuity, and people are going to see it, and they're going to see Anna 10K in there. um, Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it onto my banner. I have a ticker going on, and I'm going to put it on my banner, along with the other stuff I got there. And Anna, I'm also going to go, and I'm going to go sign up too as well. Um,
Thank you. That's awesome.
because what you do is important, and I would love to get like the web page that you have set up for bringing the sponsors in and bringing companies in to understand what's going on. There is a sleepover in Anaheim that's about an hour to an hour and a half from me. That's by Disneyland, and
Nice.
so now you are scrolling on the bottom of one of my banners. So you can go to my banner either my newly licensed Now What Facebook group or anywhere that I am streaming right now. I'm also on LinkedIn. So go on my banner and donate. Let's get Anna to $100,000. Let's get Anna to $100,000. Let's do it as a family. As a family, let's do this as a family. And the more you give, the more you get.
Sam,
And
I didn't realize that you had a Facebook group for the new. I think that's awesome. Getting back to branding real quick, I have coming soon listings in Chester County page, and I will tell you this, guys. Now, Sam, how old are you, hon?
I am going to be 51. And yes, I did copy you. I created one, Anna, for LA. I created
I
one.
love it. I love it. But even the newly licensed, here's what your younger people here, they'll dismiss Facebook, right? However, when was the last time you created a group on Instagram or TikTok? Right, you can't, right? And you are missing out tremendously by not utilizing that aspect of Facebook, right? So the Coming Soon page has grown to over 9,000 members organically. I didn't pay a dime, right? And so Sam creating his group of newly licensed Now What, obviously who is he attracting? He's attracting new agents, right? Who was I attracting? I'm attracting people who live in Chester County, right? So how do you go from knowing well, I've got every agent in town